Everybody, welcome back to OK Aussie with Matt and
Hi.
Dyan. How are you today?
And Stitch.
Oh, and Stitch
I'm
is
good.
over there.
How are you? We've had a good day.
With Max.
Max.
There he is. Spotted
Did you
him.
lock him in the room again?
I've just come out of
He
a
gets
shower.
locked in the art room.
No, he's
he
chilling.
follows you everywhere you go.
He does. He does follow me.
See, because I
everywhere.
take up this cupboard, so he's got to use the other cupboard.
Yeah, I know,
Well,
right?
there's 2 cupboards.
True. Well, that's a benefit. Now, how are you feeling today?
Good and bad at the same time.
The good, the bad, and the ugly.
Like,
Okay.
I've been resting, and I'm doing well with it. It's helping me. It's reducing my pain scale.
Rest is
of
always
being
a
in
good
the
thing.
high.
Yep.
So that's good. But I got a UTI.
Oh, urinary tract infection.
Oh, I never get them. I never actually get them.
Hold on. Is that your sarcasm sign
Yeah.
again?
Yeah.
3 to 4 times.
But anyway, I've got
a
another
year
one.
at least.
So
For the entire life, you've been having them. I just want to talk
Since a
about
kid.
that first of all
Since a
before we go on
child.
to other
yes,
symptoms
a
and other things.
child hospital. Fancy that. Look
Yeah.
at my childhood records.
Yeah,
Oh.
Diane's level of sarcasm is because sometimes she gets challenged by new professionals in the mix.
They're like, you're not
And
constantly
if-
getting infections. It's like you don't
if you
fucking know me.
don't, yeah, it's the
Yeah.
thing. First of all, if you don't look at history and patient records over
Yeah.
the lifetime, sure, and if you're looking at only in the moment at that
Well,
one
WHO
test,
Health doesn't keep the
Sure.
records. In Australia, we don't keep the records everywhere, right?
no.
So they don't all communicate. It's like,
Disparate
not my fault.
systems that are
Ain't my
not
fault.
interconnected, that don't coordinate and
Stupid.
cooperate, separate CMSs that you can't access from multiple different
Oh,
hospitals. That's
so
been our
embarrassing.
challenge. That's why we've
So
centralised Diane's care to one major hospital coming out of 8 separate hospitals. Now, last night I noticed some of the early indicators.
Symptomology. Is
Okay,
that what
and
they call it?
being aware of patterns
Symptomology.
is incredibly important for not only the patient but the caregiver in the situation. To
Well,
be
I
mindful
realised later
of
than you.
what things might be changing
Yeah.
and what could be contributing to them changing. So for Diane, it was frequency.
Yes.
There was the urge but little output. There was the
Yes.
pain
That's when
in
it's
the
too
area
bad.
of the
I've
urethra,
actually had
and of course
um,
fevers as well, which she's been having all the
yeah,
time.
but I've had
38 degrees.
burning for months. So guys,
Yeah.
you want to know about interoception? I
Yeah.
should have picked it up. If I was not autistic,
Yeah.
I would have picked this up sooner.
Now, I'm just going to put some context to this because Diane's already said she's autistic, which is very true because she's got classic autism. And with interoception,
I
it's
don't
the
realise.
in awareness of your own
Yeah.
internal states. Are you thirsty? Are you hungry? Are you tired? Do you need to go to the toilet? Are you hot? Okay, we
What's
don't
hurting?
always know those things. Now, Diane's not just autistic. She's neurodiverse. She's got ADHD. She's also OCD and she has Tourette. She has lots of neurological
GDD
things
United.
going on, coming from global developmental delays, intellectual developmental delays, all
Yeah.
because of an overarching umbrella condition called 22q11.2 deletion
It's a
syndrome.
bulk.
It's a chromosomal condition, and it actually does mean that she is more susceptible. Just like your seizures, you have a lower seizure threshold, hence why 65% of patients with 22q have more frequent seizures or seizure-like conditions. Well, there's also a higher threshold for you to have more UTIs
And I've always
of different
had.
types, as well as
Since a kid.
chest infections,
Yes.
sinus infections, and you've had,
Yes.
God,
Lots
the
of
number of
infections.
different sinus and chest infections and pneumonia
UTIs
and
and-
UTIs.
yeah.
Oh my God.
Mm.
So we have learned along the way, but I want to talk about that because Diane's been a little bit naughty. And I want to talk about that part.
What?
Why? Who, me? What
Oh,
has she
no,
done this
autistic
time?
guys.
Yeah, I
When
know.
people bring it to my attention, I'm like, oh yeah, I did
She
that.
had great intent.
I did that.
And
I
there
did
was a
that.
rationale why she's doing
I did
something.
that.
But sometimes
What I
she
do?
forgets the core of why we do certain things and the ramifications and
Oh,
implications
I know
of
why
what it
I'm in
actually
trouble.
causes.
I'm in trouble.
You're not in trouble.
No,
So,
I am.
first
I
of
am
all,
my own worst enemy.
you actually are.
Stupid.
First of all, we do actually have these things, the Combia test strips. They are a simple dipstick. It is for urine
For
test.
dipshits like
For
me.
dipshits like Diane. It does
Yeah.
test a whole range
Determine
of different
the source
things.
of the infection
And,
causing the fevers.
When you've got leukocytes that are 3+ it's in the deep
Is that
purple
bad?
and more. It's bright purple. And you don't like purple, do you?
Oh,
Really?
it's bright. No, I do now.
Oh,
It's
now
my
you've
nana.
converted because you know.
No, but
She's
no,
always
but
been a
is
pink
it
girl, not a
bright?
purple
No.
girl. Oh, bright. It's
Ooh,
like.
I was really not.
Well, there's different levels of the scale, right?
Shut his butt.
Yeah, and it's a bit like also your pH. Your pH levels were low, your SG was low, but it was more about your leukocytes. And there is a scale with the leukocytes levels across there. And
Doesn't sound good.
quite commonly we capture things in the first sort of level and we
Sounds
go,
like
okay,
snake.
something might be happening. Well, for Dyan, she was at the 3+ level this morning and we did a clean catch. And we
Thought
have a
of it.
system around that we capture, we're able to swab and then able to find. And that's our own at-home practice to be able to determine, is something off for Dyan, what do we need to do?
38-degree temperatures.
And 38-degree temperatures are quite commonly a good indication that there might be some sort of infection
wrong.
going on causing
But
fever.
guys, this is why I want you to learn something here about autism. Don't say a verbal autistic does better. Not necessarily. Not necessarily. We still have the inability to communicate even though we've got words.
Exactly. And that's a variable.
So
each autistic is
still
different.
on the
If
spectrum,
you've met one
quite
autistic, you've
high,
only met one
in the
autistic.
sense where
And we're all different.
we
can have
struggle.
some days are more autistic than
Yeah.
others. Some autistics can do incredibly well with low support needs. Others have high support needs. And Dyan is a high support need person because of, again, a genetic
My
cause
type of autism.
to her autism. And in fact,
It's a spectrum.
20 to 30% of people with 22q, her chromosomal deletion, will have
quite a lot.
autism. 40 to 60% will have ADHD. It's actually a known causation contributing to those neurodiverse conditions. So it does give us a good understanding, but it's also about your neutropenia, your infection control. You have high likelihood of having infections. Now, normally we do a couple of things, say all the time, every day,
I did take my
to
cranberry.
try and prevent. Exactly. And cranberry's one of those ones that I like to test out
good one.
to actually see. And look, we use a high strength cranberry from Ural. None of these products are sponsored, by the way. It's just, again, explaining and exploring what Dyan does, what she uses, and what works and what doesn't work. Now, she does take one of these a day. It's a supplement. And she also takes, it can be called Uramet or it could be called Hiprix, depending on the brand, but it's methamphetamine Hipurate 1 gram. Now that should be taken twice a day. You were struggling with the Hiprix.
Because it was burning.
It was burning. And it's also a fizzy.
Symptoms.
Change of symptoms, right?
Oh my goodness, that was a long time ago.
Yeah, it was, right. So she had reverted to 1 tablet a day rather than the 2 a day. And we're doing these as preventative medicines.
That's why I'm not getting as many seizures.
Right.
But I'm taking Panadol for the fevers.
Yeah, you are taking Panadol Osteo daily.
Because I was refusing that
sometimes.
Wasn't
Exactly.
yeah.
Dyan can be a little bit
I thought
difficult.
the fever will go away.
And if you've seen any of her
away.
neurological episodes, you can see sometimes the struggle, particularly coming out of a seizure.
Struggle's real.
She doesn't want to take certain medications. Cognitively, she's offline. She's fighting and has an urge of resisting.
I'm not there. I'm kind
You're
of
not.
highlighty.
When she looks back after herself, she's like, why am I doing this? I shouldn't be doing this. I need the medication. Matt, just slap me. Okay, no, I'm not going to slap you.
I've given him permission to,
But you, not only did you reduce down because it was getting it difficult to take it, so I had reduced it to 1 with you.
And
but then you
suddenly
stopped taking it.
And vitamin C.
For a whole week. And it's like, why? Why are you stopping? Okay, it's like,
it's burning.
and look, there is difficulty when you have an overburden of medications, vitamins and supplements to take. It's actually funny, one of the
I should have realised it was burning.
the general medicine specialist, one of his comments was, well, gee, there's a lot of tablets and supplements, we should probably stop those or reduce those and look at those. And it's like, Jesus,
what an idiot.
Dyan at 51 years of age.
Was I listening to that maybe subconsciously?
I'm wondering if you were subconsciously, and that's why I'm just putting this out into the universe right now because...
You motherfucker!
Because...
you go fuck yourself, general physician.
I'm trying not to talk over you. I'm trying not to talk over you. It's one of those things that Dyan can get in her head. Sometimes the comment...
Take the tablets, Dyan.
Yeah. Well, you've had 51 years. You've had the engagement and the involvement of hundreds of specialists over the... Yeah, I know, right? Exactly. Can you say that word 3 times fast?
The neuroscience pulled you into a room on your own and said you need to protect her.
Yeah,
and
I know, right?
He said, yeah, but, everyone makes out like Mr. Matt's like a bit bossy. It's like, no, It's
I've
serious,
been told
guys.
to do that.
I am so easy
And
to manipulate. It's
according
scary.
to the clinical guidelines for Dyan's
man.
genetic chromosomal condition 22q,
Those
the transition from
assholes.
childhood into adulthood, they should actually have a guardian, particularly a health guardian, let alone covering things like finances and
so
other
easy,
decisions.
isn't it?
But Dyan is identified as an autistic, but she is easily swayed, persuaded, manipulated,
Well, the neuroscience spoke to me.
and sometimes it can be subconscious. Sometimes it should be. Sometimes she's challenging. It's like, well, look, I'm going to try this just to prove you wrong. Please, you don't have to prove them wrong. They're wrong. Okay, they haven't been with you your entire medical journey and haven't learned. Your own doctor would just go, "What are you doing?
Know, right? Like, what?
Stop it!
We just got you to here.
So,
and you want to go backwards?
having known this,
No.
it's also one of the things, Dyan, that I had a conversation with your immunologist at one stage to plead the case, to educate and have the... Oh, please don't go there. To have the conversation to say, again, the clinical guidelines for 22q recommend that you take a prophylactic dosage, a reduced level quantity of things like antibiotics as a preventative to avoid for people who have it recurring on a regular basis.
Mine's not recurring. It's a new
Well, no.
each time.
No, it's a new time each time, but that's what recurring means. It keeps happening. The situation for you keeps happening.
Give me the definition of recurring then.
Something that keeps coming again and again and again. Okay, it can be a new thing, as in.
So it can go away and come back again.
Correct.
That's
Exactly.
recurring.
Recurring. So you got a recurrence about 3 to 4 times a year. You'll have a UTI.
I do have that.
You will also have over the last 4 years
since childhood
highly recurrent complex UTIs. So not simple UTIs, but complex UTIs for things like Klebsiella, correct?
Yes.
Now that's a really sneaky little bugger of a bacterial infection because what it does, it's learnt to mask and hide itself. It does. It embeds itself in the wall of the uterus.
Very smart.
It burrows its way in. It puts its camouflage over the top of it. And it's learnt to mask itself by not being free floating, which means when you normally take a urine test, it doesn't come out in the stream of the urine. It can't be picked up by things like urine swab tests.
Can I just say something to you medical people? Have you ever thought of the fact that science is not absolute? Ever thought of that?
And some people are outliers and different. Okay.
Now, just remember that.
Yes.
Ask the person, how efficient is this test? What percentage? You'll probably only hear in medical, unless it's DNA, which is 99.98%, it's pretty much 40%, or it's a educated guess.
It's funny that you actually say that, Dyan.
It's bullshit.
Because when you have
science.
Klebsiella, you are actually meant to look at tests that are not things like a simple urine test, but things like DNA. PCR testing. So there are more advanced types of tests.
But they don't
offer those. Now, wasn't it interesting? If you've known that you've actually had something like Klebsiella 4 times by 4 separate pathology labs over the last years. And look, I've got an inclination that, look, it's probably still around and it might be there. But you also have things such as urethritis. You have a particular...
but there's different
You've got a particular DNA component...
There's different symptoms.
Which actually causes you to have what's known as Rita's syndrome, which actually causes you to have urethritis.
Can I explain that?
Yeah, of course you can.
People that aren't doctors and people that are doctors and think they know it all. If you're a doctor and you don't think you know it all, high five. But basically, at the end of the day, when you first get something like urethritis, you might confuse it for a UTI. But for some of us that are a bit freaking smarter than that and beyond that, we know that we've got something like the both. So when you put them together too, we're in a lot of pain.
Because it doesn't mean you can just have one thing. You could have multiple things at the same time.
I've got both.
Funny
so
about that.
To say I've only got one and to do a cheap test, Medicare,
well, to be reliant on that, but then still have the symptoms. Anyway, let's get off that topic. But
and women know. But hang on, can I just say that women nurses, when I was in hospital, they'd say it to me. They're like, "Oh, us women know, don't we?" And I'm like, "I know.
You know your bodies by now.
It's men, so fuck you, misogynistic pricks."
No, gentle.
No.
Be nice. Play nice with them.
The nurses don't even like
So, we're going to get off that topic, but I just wanted to flag...
you don't have a vagina.
I want to get off that topic now. So I just wanted to flag, because you get a little bit overexcited, and apologies for the stream. Dyan doesn't have a lot of Tourette's going on today as well, neurologically. And with Tourette's comes coprolalia, an inability to control oneself with inappropriate language.
I just can't control myself.
She's got no control. She's got no self-control.
No self-control
it's actually
today.
not her fault. It's actually a
in pain.
neurological thing. Exactly. Pain becomes a spark
I'm in pain.
for that. And now because of
I'm
having a
in
UTI, we're having to deal also with additional pain. Not just pain from things like CCI,
My neck, my back,
having pain from
my
your back,
hips,
your hips
my
with subluxations and dislocations that you get with
shoulders.
vertebral stenosis. The poor thing can't get a break. But anyway, we're used to
I'm
it. We've got a
sorry.
protocol. So luckily, no, here's a funny thing.
What? I'm not lucky?
Dyan's GP's on holiday,
Oh
right?
yeah, that's right. That's not
Can
lucky.
you believe Dyan's
Not
luck?
lucky.
He's just gone away on leave. It's like, anyway, but we've
Come back!
Sorry.
You can't have a holiday.
And we're not
No,
engaging with
not
the
today.
hospital because you don't go to hospital for UTIs. So we have protocols in place. We actually have
You go to your
antibiotics
GP.
and things already
It's gonna be
scripted,
out.
ready to go because Dyan's GP, who's been working with her
He's
for 8
smart.
years, has seen her have
He's
3 to
prepared.
5 different UTIs every year, each and every time. So he knows what antibiotics that she responds to, what she's not allergic
And you
to,
need to
what
tell
she
your
needs
doctor
to
that.
work in
So
conjunction.
If
So
you don't respond to a particular antibiotic, tell them that.
Okay.
And when you do respond to a particular antibiotic, tell the doctor that. Have that open discussion. Your doctor should
yep, listen to.
represent you as well in the diagnosis because 50% should be clinical testing in pathology and what their knowledge is, and 50% can only be reported by you.
Absolutely.
The symptom list.
Symptoms are actually
how it feels.
very, very important.
Describing what
Yeah.
it feels like.
Now look, you've been having 38 degree
temperatures every day for most
so
of the
obviously
day.
37.5 is where
And
febrile
night,
temperature
yeah.
goes into fevers. She's been running 38 every day for over a month and a half, 2 months now.
Now we know what
actually,
it is.
cumulatively. Well, no, it may not be the only single thing, and we never actually
Don't
say
that.
just
Don't
that.
say that.
Well, I do say that because
Don't
you're
say
so
that.
complex, it's full on. But anyway, we've
I'm
got
scared
it.
of losing
We're
a
working
ball.
through. You lost your balls?
No.
Dawn's got her favourite little magnet sensory
I'm
stimmer.
scared of losing a ball.
Okay. I have
That's
showered
nothing.
her today. So she's sorted
I've
it out.
got-
We've had
I've
a
got
bed
clean
change,
hair,
so we've got all the
man.
washing going through and
Clean.
getting sorted out.
It's
So that
wet,
feels good.
It's clean.
But it's also tiring exercise for
I'm
you.
exhausted.
It is exhausting.
And I
so
had a beautiful lunch.
oh,
He does.
you enjoyed the salad?
Yes.
She likes my
I
salad.
have taught him to do
She has
lovely
taught you.
salads. I just need to get him to eat them himself as well now.
Hey, I also went to the
Vitamins
gym
and minerals,
today.
Vitamins and minerals.
What are you, the world's
No,
best
he
thing?
did. He went to the
It sounds
gym.
like an advert. I did. Yesterday I went to the gym. Today I went to the gym.
Awesome.
Now I want to talk to you.
Good on you.
I want to talk to you about that because there are some difficulties and challenges when you are the full-time solo carer for a
Yeah.
person who has a complex, needs 24/7 surveillance, and I do mean surveillance because things can come on very suddenly. When I say I go to the gym, I don't go off-site. I'm not going for a bike ride 30 kilometres
downstairs.
away. I'm not going out for a
It's
hike in the
downstairs.
mountains. It is literally downstairs.
One lift
One of the
ride.
benefits of where we live is there is a pool, there is a gym, and there are obviously a range of other facilities such as a rooftop and conference room. But having a gym downstairs enables me to be able to literally pop downstairs, but within 30 seconds I can get you back upstairs, which is really, really
Yes.
cool. Even when we're in summer and we're doing swimming and summer's around the corner, because spring's on our doorstep tomorrow, hey, that's going to be pretty cool.
Flowers.
We love our summer because Dawn loves her hydrotherapy, but even there, she has had the risk and has had seizures come on at the pool. I've literally been able to, within 30 seconds, get her upstairs, which means I can access then her medicines,
Yeah,
I can
nearly
access
had
the
many
oxygen,
seizures,
the
haven't I?
equipment.
Wet.
Absolutely.
Wrap a towel around.
Yeah,
race
exactly.
back up,
It's literally
lie
racing.
on the bed.
So as a carer,
Ugh.
you do still
It
need
is
to
scary.
look after yourself. You need to look after your own weight, your health, your sleep, your mental health.
Yep.
And look, cardiovascular, doing the gym 30 minutes a day. I'm just on the treadmill. I'm just
So
working my
jealous.
way through. I know. Look, I feel my muscles already tightening up and toning up. I see a
I've
shape
seen a
change
I'm seeing a
already.
change,
It
yeah.
improves my energy. It
He's
improves my
changing
vigor, my
shape
sleep.
massively.
And obviously, if it's cardiovascular, it will
Yes.
reduce, obviously, artery blocking and things like that. So it's going to get better for my blood flow. My blood pressure being hypertensive will suddenly come
you
down.
do eat fairly healthy
Overall,
these days
I
too.
do.
Like you really.
Absolutely. But it's one of
Really
those things
doing
as the carer, and I'm going to acknowledge
You've
that.
gotta
It's a
look after
challenge
yourself
when
as
you're in the
well.
situation. Now, on Monday, we've got a phone call with the NDS, National Disability Insurance Scheme, to speak to the CSN Complex Support Needs Team
Complex Support
leader.
Needs Team.
And that's actually going to finally
It's
get
just 9 months. Hasn't
additional
taken long.
supports in place to help me and to help Dyan
It's only
directly
been
out.
9 months.
Absolutely. So that's some of the things that are going on.
that
So hopefully, I'm sorry, Dawn doesn't get to go to the gym. She doesn't get to hop on a treadmill
I
or a
want
bike. She
to.
wants to
But I get
to
chest
do so.
pain.
it'll bring on, with orthostatic intolerance, we have to build things up slowly. So the pool in summer is our go-to.
I do
You're going to do some hydrotherapy,
guys.
which you look
That
forward
is
to.
so gentle on my heart. I don't get chest pain, but I feel like I can really get my arms going, my legs going.
Yeah.
That's really good.
Now, I was talking about spring, and you're a day ahead. You actually thought today was the first day of spring. She's been a day ahead every day for the last few days. I've got to remind her it's Sunday today.
I know.
It's still the 31st.
Oh, it's the second Sunday. That's right.
She's like a hobbit. She gets to have 2 breakfasts and two Sundays.
I'm autistic. I can change
Now, last night
we
showed you a video. I was working on a picture of watercolour that I was actually doing. And it's actually spring inspired because I'm starting to feel that mode. Again, it's one of those things for a carer to have a break to try and do some of the things that are relaxing, whether it's reading a book, playing games, doing art, doing hobbies. And this was also a thing that I'm trying to get Dyan motivated to do so that she can do some watercolour in bed using the new little easel with the equipment and have some fun exploring and dabbling yourself, because art is something that Dyan is exceptionally good at herself. So this was my little look at an Australian landscape with spring coming on, and I was trying to capture some of the flowers and the kangaroo paws and things like that. You saw that last night. Absolutely. That was fun to do that. But are you going to be inspired? Are you going to be motivated? Are you wanting to give some art in bed a go when you feel up to it?
This week I think I want to try because it's good timing, because spring flowers are coming out. So not that I'll be doing probably spring flowers as in me painting them, but I like to paint the typical daisy because that's all I know how to paint. But it's okay.
It's a good starting point.
Right, so that's what I want to do is I want green grass.
Yeah.
And then I want to put lots of daisies. You know, like, I don't know, in Australia we have that. We have fields, don't we? With green grass and lots of daisies. So anyway, I want to do that.
Okay, that's not fun.
But I'm doing multicolour daisies, even though that doesn't really exist unless you plan it.
You can make what your art look like anything that you choose.
So we do have beautiful wild flowers in Australia, but I'm not a complex painter, but I'm an abstract artist, but I'm willing to give that a go.
And maybe with the fine weather coming in, I can take you in the wheelchair, whether it's down to McDougall Park or Kings Park, just to get out.
Yes, and we're getting a new wheelchair
and you
soon.
can actually interact
with
a lot, because you love being outside.
Yes, I want to see the ducks down there and...
Now, I thought this morning, or this afternoon now, because we are in the afternoon mode, just to play
a simple... Where did they go?
I know.
We had a really nice morning.
Time does fly. But you've had a shower. That's a big thing.
Yeah,
and I actually do mean a shower is a big thing for Dyan, because there's so much preparation and work that goes into that. There's the actual shower itself, which has got to be supported and processes. Then even after the shower process, there's so much that has to be done for her to regain her energy, apply creams, medications, clothes, everything, and then clean up.
It's hours.
It actually is a big exercise to take it slowly and carefully so that you don't tip over and go.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Because if you do, that's catastrophic.
Like otherwise tonight I would be in agony and I'd be rolling around crying and he'd be like, oh gosh, what do I do? Dose of this, dose of that. And I don't like, look, I'll take painkillers if I need them, but I avoid them, don't I?
Absolutely, you do. And that's a sensible thing.
The best thing to do is to conserve your spoon, so to speak.
Yep.
And if I conserve what I do in a day, I get less pain.
It's funny that you talked about spoons, and spoons are an analogy of energy. And when we talk about Dyan with her fatiguing, she's got multiple fatiguing conditions. One of those key ones is MECFS. Myalgic encephalomyelitis chronic fatigue syndrome.
EBV.
Yeah, it actually did start with EBV, Epstein-Barr virus, or glandular fever, as it was known at the time. You got it. You then got PBS, post-viral syndrome. You got the fatigue components. You got the chronic fatigue, and now it's called MECFS for over 34 years.
They said, "Oh, you've got leukemia or you've got glandular fever." I took glandular fever and said, "I'll take that one."
You take that one.
Thanks.
It wasn't actually a choice, but you were about to be put into a coma in hospital for 2 weeks because you're so bad.
Well, they still medicated me home for 2 weeks.
Now I noticed that your face is still a bit flushed. You've got the malar butterfly.
Yep, definitely an infection.
The redness of the cheeks, the malar butterfly rush.
When I get out of the shower, it's
is an indication that she is running infections, and quite commonly with things like lupus, you will see that.
I feel like the lady in that my favourite Christmas movie, Christmas with the Cranks.
Oh, yeah.
And basically, one of my favourite.
Oh, when she got sunburned.
And they walk into the tanning bed.
The tanning bed things.
Silly bimbo. She's like, "Hi, you coming to get a tan?" And she's got this eyes. She's overdone her
because she's got the goggles. Yeah.
And she's got the little goggles of whiteness and the rest of it. And they're like, I don't want to look like that. You know, they're thinking.
That's the crispy fried chicken
look. That's how I look. I get out the shower and it looks like the malar rash is worse when you've been hot from warm water. I get out the shower and I look in the mirror when I put my face cream on and I'm like, Looks like I've been sunburned, doesn't
It
it? It
does,
calms down.
indeed.
But, yeah.
Well, I thought we'd play a little game, and we'll see how far we go, because I don't want you sitting up for too long. I thought you want to do a bit of an
Snakes and
update and
ladders.
catch up. I think it's important
That's
to
an
do
old
the
one
catch
for
up.
us. We used
It
to
is
play that when we first met.
funny about
Yeah.
that. When we first met 34 years ago, just
Yeah.
before you actually
Camping,
got the
we used to play games
MECFS.
like this.
Did I cause you to have MECFS? No,
No,
it's actually you.
I had it before you.
And do you know
came
what?
along, but I
I'm
was
actually going to
ignoring
blame
it.
your ADHD.
Yeah, I ignored it.
It's actually very common for high performance
I totally
athletes
ignored it.
in that
I was
teenage
like,
to young
"Stuff
adolescence
this, I'm gonna keep
to
going."
push too far, even with the
Yeah.
recommendation of, even if you're feeling like
the
cold
doctor
flu like
said it. The
symptoms,
doctor
to slow
said-
down, rest.
The doctor actually said with glandular fever, some people hit what they call a peak.
Yep.
And if you do, it's worse recovery.
Yeah.
Whereas if someone is picked up and they haven't pushed through like that, and they've done the sensible thing and gone, something's wrong with me, they get picked up quick. And by the way, for Epstein-Barr virus, you must have your blood taken at the
At the
actual
peak
time
of having
of
a virus,
fever. You've got to have an actual
Otherwise, the
38
blood
degree
test
above
pathology
fever.
will not pick it up.
It won't pick it up. I was told this. Now, look, PCR testing is better now. Maybe that's done better, but in Australia, they don't even use that.
No.
They're cheap,
Exactly.
okay? And they miss it.
Yeah.
So even if you get, I got cleared of glandular fever thousands of times, and they kept giving me antibiotics thinking it was an infection because I had 39-degree temperatures.
Because you weren't being tested at the right appropriate time by
Exactly.
pathology.
So at the end
and
of
that's
the
been explained by
day-
the pathologist
Yes.
at the time. So that's important to
Because
understand
you get
that
sent
difference.
away from pathology. So in
Yeah.
Australia, you go to the doctor, and then it could be the next day.
Yeah.
And then the next day, you might not be 39 degrees.
And to
if
be
you're sitting
honest,
in an air-conditioned doctor's surgery,
You now get recurring
Stupid.
EBV always appear in your
Yes.
blood test, just like you get recurring CMV, cytomegalovirus, in your blood test.
Yeah.
So you have a lot of viral infections at a consistently low level
that I
and
can't get rid
seen.
of.
But we've seen the peaks and troughs with Dyan having MECFS, and
Yeah.
it is an incredibly hard journey. There are different stages from mild to moderate to severe and
I've
to
had
very
them all.
severe. And in the phases where Dyan has been severe and very severe, she has literally been in a dark room, bedbound.
I was allergic to everything.
No light, no noise, not moving out of her bed
Oh.
for weeks to months on end. You really are missing
if I
out
have
on
a
the world
crash,
around you and
it
the life
happens.
around you. And there's
Can't do
been
anything
months
about
where
it.
we literally have her only room, her only view has literally been the four walls of her bedroom. I am actually going out
You
and
feel
telling
like
her
crap
what was happening outside those
every
four walls because she
day.
doesn't have that energy to do anything. She's having to be assisted and supported through all of that.
Well, normally what does
a
that
variable
for
condition.
me, so if you guys want to know more or you guys can
Mm.
relate, normally what triggers it back in for me to go really severe, which I know you're probably thinking, being in a bed bound is severe. Well,
Oh,
we
no.
get used to it, right?
It gets worse.
I'm talking like severe where I cannot have the lights on, watch TV, do anything.
Yep, your body's
That
breaking
does
down.
happen if I get the flu.
Allergic to things. more.
I get a cold,
Yep.
and I'm severe with that, don't I? That seems to be puts me into a
It's the
crash.
catalyst to a crash, exactly. And crashes like that are not good. So this is the
Yeah.
classic states and matters. Did you would have played this at school, at primary school, I'm assuming? Do you remember playing at primary school?
Not special ed kids, no.
Not the special ed kids? No.
Mhm.
No, and that's the thing too. And look, Dyan
I
points
used to
out.
be jealous of
I
the
just saw
normal
I saw your
kids.
face there, and I'm sorry. I don't mean to trigger you because
It's okay.
sometimes the feeling is that we remember the memories associated. And
The
Dyan
smart
has
kids
got a
like to play
hyperintensive
games.
episodic memory, and that's important to remember too. Those little snippets tell me a lot. It tells me about the experience that Dyan was made to feel, that she was not equal to others, that she's less than. Well, she's not less than. She's incredibly intelligent. She just wasn't taught in a way that was suitable to her needs. And when she was, later on in her life, she exceeded and excelled and really showed people that, you know what, no, you stuffed up, you failed, you didn't work out that. She's got issues with learning, multiple learning
Just because you
disabilities.
have learning disabilities doesn't
Sorry.
mean you can't do it.
No, exactly.
It's
But if
just, it's
people
going to be
spend
harder.
time with you and are patient and are tolerant, boy, can you do some cool things. But the key point to that is what I saw in that is you got to miss out. You got to miss out on what maybe the rest of the class were doing. Some of the
Yeah.
cool things, some of the cool games, some of the cool activities, even going on some of the cool excursions. Being in the special ed class, you are separated from your peers. Sometimes you're made fun of. You become more of a target of bullying.
Yep.
And you don't always get to do some of the cool stuff.
Why are you going there? What are you doing there?
Yeah, those
like,
challenges. We've talked a bit about that in
young,
other
and then
videos as
when
well.
you get older, they know why you're there.
Yeah, so this is a classic Snakes and Ladders. This is from Kmart. It is actually for 6 plus, so you can have 2 to 4 people play the game
And I think
if
you only
you
paid
wish.
$5 for it, guys. So
Again, we
once
look for
again,
cheap, simple,
it's not expensive.
low cost to no cost sort of
Great
games.
for all age
We've
groups,
got a
really.
great game.
You can teach kids as young as 5 to play this.
We've got a great
Our
games
kids
covered
used
now.
to, from a very young age, play chess together.
I was always encouraging
You taught that,
chess.
and they were so good
That's
at
the
it.
games board. Starting at 1, sorry, I didn't mean to
That's
interrupt
okay.
you, all the way up to
Oh,
99
I like the
or
green.
100. You can
So-
see there's a whole series of ladders. You can see there's a whole series of snakes.
I can only see the snakes.
If you land, you can't see the ladders.
Not as clear. The snakes just really get me, but the ladders
That's
kind of
interesting.
blend in.
Do they?
Mm.
How do you see that? Do you see, to me, when I'm looking at this distance, the white of the ladders are actually very strong. The
Oh, wow.
snakes are actually more subdued and more in the background to me. But again, just like you have with an auditory processing condition where you don't hear or things, maybe you can also with your eyesight, which is also affected by 22q neurologically, maybe the perception, the depth perception or the colours might be blending in. The name of the game is quite simple. You all start at 1, you have your counter or your piece on that,
The
you
goal
roll the
is to
dice,
get to
you
100.
move all the way along, hopefully the first person to get to 100. Now the ladders are really cool because you can escalate by going up a ladder and you can obviously move ahead of the game very, very fast.
So climbing
The
ladders
snakes
up to
aren't so lovely
100.
though. You land on the head of a snake and you're going to sliver your way all the
So
way
the
back down to
whole
that
goal-
square and start again. So you keep going all the way up
So the
until...
whole goal is to get from number 1
Yeah, number 1.
up to 100.
Correct,
basically.
exactly. That's it. That's the name of the game.
Except the snakes get in the way.
Damn those snakes, hey?
Well, that sounds like Denmark. You know, you go to play and you go, that's a beautiful area to play, and you go, oh,
Hyperintensive
snake, right?
episodic
you
memory.
can play there. I'm going over
Keyword,
there now.
snake. Straight
Going
away she
over there.
goes into
Bye.
reflective
Mr.
thinking
Snake.
of snake stories.
Mom, there's a snake.
See how this happens?
No, there's not. Yes,
This
there
is
is.
everything. And then you'll
I
probably
met
go
it.
on
I
branching
didn't shake
to
his hand.
variations of snake stories. Riding a bike. The dog's not
No,
protecting
my mum
you.
didn't believe me there was a
Not
snake.
believing.
I was
Snakes
like,
in the
hello?
woodpile.
And I could see down its throat. I was that short. It popped its head up and went, and I went, oh, that's interesting in its mouth. Okay.
Okay.
Whatever, you
Whatever.
little asshole. I'm going that way then. I ran back the other direction. Mom, she didn't believe me. Go play with the kids. I'm like, there's a snake. The kids and the house and me, there's a snake in the middle. Not going
There's a
there.
snake in the grass. You have 4 counters. You may take your pick of which counter you would like.
Are you? Oh, Lello. That's my.
Sorry?
Yellow.
Yeah. But you like
That's
to call
my
it.
first favourite colour.
Okay.
So we put it on 1, right?
Right. I'm going to put mine also on 1. This is the most simplistic
You're
game.
gonna win.
It's,
all right.
It's not
It's
having
all
to
about
add
the
or
mellow.
do mathematics. It's not having
gonna
to,
Come on.
you know, work through puzzles or challenges to get to the next level. It literally is a game, a chance where you're rolling the dice.
Simple, really. Is
But
it?
it's the game.
Is it
And isn't it fun? And it creates
Am
an
I missing
interaction.
anything?
No, you absolutely
Okay.
not. So I'm going to place it in front of you. Now you've got your dice to roll. Now be careful that you don't roll it too vigorously so it goes
trying to hit
every
that
which way.
only, yeah,
It's totally up to you.
exactly.
Now you only get to roll it once, and if you don't get the number you like, you have to
Thank you for the
accept
reminder.
that. Diane can sometimes. It's like the bobble game with the dice,
Yeah.
and she'll.
I'm like, I
First
don't
of all,
like
the
that
bobble
number.
game
No,
when
it's my
she's.
OCD,
It's
I
the OCD,
reckon.
but also I think the Tourette's
Yeah.
comes in, and the OCD is in 3s.
The OCD and Tourette's
you
don't. They
want
just
to keep
they join in
bobbling
together.
until you get the
They
number that you want.
encourage each other. I've got no hope.
I don't think you have any hope at all. So as we're going through Snakes and Ladders, you can request on different stories of snakes and things that you have had in the past. That's what it looks like. Have a roll, see what you actually go with. Now remembering, you could play this as a one person.
Number 3, it's an odd
3.
number.
Off you go. You are yellow.
It sucks to be an odd number.
I got 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm on the tail of a snake, but it doesn't mean anything because the tail's where you go down. I have
you're as
to-
low as you can go.
That's
As
right.
low as you can
Your
go.
roll, ma'am. 3 again, so you're on.
I'm on top of you.
Well, thank you very
I was
much.
about to squash you now.
I've only got 1. Bad
Oh,
luck.
wow,
7 is my
1.
lucky number. Off
So
you go
far.
again.
You're such a fast roller.
Ooh, okay.
I'm joking.
Bit of
I'm
competition
joking.
coming out already, eh?
6. We're kind of taking turns in numbers. What's going on
We
here?
are.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm in the middle of a ladder
Right.
and in the middle of a snake.
Now, being in the middle
What does that
makes
mean?
no difference because
Right.
you're halfway through. It's like three-dimensional.
Would have been better than
It's
if I got
one.
to here.
Absolutely. Imagine that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
James
I'm
are
also on
weird.
12. We're pegging head to head at the moment.
Can you just stop stalking me,
I'm
man?
stalking you.
Oh, wow.
1.
1.
Oh, hold on. Now, I just...
Singular sensation.
Stop. Let's have a look at this
Every
very
little step
carefully.
You take... Oh, whoops.
What have you identified?
1. Thrilling combination. I should
Right.
go 13.
So, now, though it's a simplistic thing, this is for ages
Why?
6 plus.
Why did I screw that up? God, I'm so bloated.
But
with this. You
Also look
giant.
at, again with echolalia and episodic memory, you got a 1, you got distracted. This is the thing
No,
we talk about with
I
auditory
didn't.
processing
I
executive.
didn't get distracted. I just went that way.
Right, so
I just
dyslexia is
didn't
reversal of
think.
directions.
Yes,
But
it felt like the right
numeric, so
direction.
dyscalculia, so you're
It-
not doing the actual adding
It felt
and
like the right
process,
direction.
but it was the wrong direction, but it was the right direction in that regards. I
You
get
know
it.
what I mean?
Yeah,
No,
okay.
maybe not.
Maybe not.
anyway.
We
I'm
understand.
always alone
1,
with it.
2,
but
3,
it's
4. I'm on
okay.
16. Keep going. Let's see
It's
how we go.
okay.
But this is why participating,
Right,
being there
cool.
to...
And I'm yellow, right?
You're yellow.
1,
See?
2, 3, 4, 17.
17,
I'm on
correct.
number 17.
2. I'm on 18. Keep going.
You can't go down. the
I'm
snake.
already at
That's a big snake.
I'm at the tail end.
Imagine getting to there
That's 62.
and going,
And going all the way
back there
back.
again.
I know,
That could be one of
I
us
used to hate that.
soon.
Yeah, let's not have a...
I'm getting anxiety
a-
just going up this. So, can I get to the top?
bit of anxiety. Never hurt anybody?
Oh, number 6.
A6 again.
1, 2, 3. I see. I was going to go there. 4, 5, 6.
Right. Now, I want to actually point out on
There's
this...
arrows. Okay.
Right. Good girl.
Oh, right.
So do you want to point to the
Well,
arrows?
that kind of helps.
See, the arrows help you to
Right.
navigate the corners. So the little
I
red
thought
arrows
they were just the
only
tongues
appear.
of the
Ah.
snake that were just like they were missing a snake.
Now, visually...
Yeah, they kind of like
No.
the artist went, oh yeah, I'll put them there, but I don't know what I'm going to do.
Very good.
Hang on, I'm going to put not too many snakes.
Okay.
So they're just all snake
But-
tongues.
I'm really glad that you actually explained that because that's what I assumed. Visually...
I'm such an idiot.
No, but visually,
goodness.
that was my assumption, is that you hadn't taken note of the directional
No.
cues that were available, and you've explained it well. What got distracting for you was the same colour of the snake tongue. So this learning, this is why
And
we
it
do
looked like a
these.
snake tongue.
We do this process so that you can see inside the mind. Now we've triggered the Tourette's, right? And you did those in 3s, little da-da-dumps. Da-da-dumps. They're in
Did I
triplets.
really?
They're little triplets in 3s.
Oh,
Watch for patterns of 3s to
exposed.
die.
Exposed.
5.
I'm being
1, 2,
exposed.
3, 4,
Help.
5.
Send help.
I'm on the
SOS.
same number as you.
SOS. He's stalking me.
I'm stalking you. I just know you only too well.
Oh my gosh, 1.
1,
Um,
1,
gonna
1
go
way
that
to
way.
go is to your right. Follow the numbers.
ooh. And it's okay, the snake tail.
3.
So it's
1, 2, 3. I'm on 26. I'm at the end of a snake. I can't go down. And yours.
That's what I just said.
I know. We're in the safety
4.
zone at the moment because we're at the lower end.
1.
Once we get a little bit
2.
higher, we're going to be...
3. Did I skip you?
Yeah, that's okay. You counted over me. Yep, that's fine. And then 4. Where are you? You're on a ladder. What does that ladder
so
do?
I go up, right?
Correct, you do, right?
And that snake can't take me down?
No.
Or him or him?
No. So you go up to where it ends.
Whoa.
You're at to 76 already. What direction will you go next?
Well, I better check closely this time. So it's 6. It'd have to be the 7. So
Okay.
77.
Now, notice the little cue there. What I've done is to remind her to now also think each time you have a snake to go down or a ladder to go up,
Which
is
direction?
to look at directions
Right.
of what you go on your next
Thank
go.
you for doing that. 'cause
Just
I
as a
wouldn't
little
have done
cue and
that
a reminder. And
until
if you're playing with
I rolled the
children
dice.
who are learning, it's also a
I
useful
wouldn't
little
have
skill.
thought
But for
until
your
I rolled
autistic, yeah, it might help as well. 2, 1, 2. Guess what?
No way! Stop! Please, stop it!
I landed on the same ladder.
No!
I'm coming up, and I'm also
Don't
on.
push me off my tile
I'm gonna
now,
push you.
buddy.
Oh gosh, she's pushing me over. All right.
Don't push me off.
Well, that was lucky because I caught up very quickly.
All right.
Okay.
Yellow lello. We're going to win.
Dyan, you'll hear sometimes.
In a yellow submarine.
So, which one is this? Is this the echolalia tied into hearing yellow?
Do you know I sat in the one in Geraldton
Hyper-intensive
like,
episodic memory tied into the yellow submarine.
And then everyone was singing it.
You can't believe
I was like,
this is Dyan.
This is so cool.
If you go back and listen to a lot of her stories,
and then the teacher's like,
you'll see these tangential pathways. So first of all, she goes.
Like, no, I like
her favourite word is based on her favourite colour. Originally was yellow. She started off by saying lello, so then she says yellow. She associates the colour to a shape, in this case an object, yellow submarine. It starts a memory of a song, yellow submarine, and then that ties into a memory of a school camp in year 7, where there happened to be a yellow submarine.
12.
Right, you've rolled. What'd you get? Have you rolled?
Oh, did I?
You can roll again, just in case. I don't think you did roll.
I don't think I did, no. You got the 2.
Okay.
Yeah, so 4. Okay, I go that way,
That
right?
way, which is to your...
What? Left.
Left. Good. Yep. Left and
1,
right get mixed up with
2,
dyslexia for him.
3, 4.
You're tripping me.
Okay.
Okay, so it's the bottom of a ladder. Right, where do you go?
It's like climbing the corporate
Right.
ladder.
You should climb the corporate ladder. And again, association.
I climb the corporate ladder.
See?
Bitches, you can do it.
Okay.
Joking, you
Now,
can't.
I need to get a 4 to be
The dicks always
equivalent.
rule. Sorry.
Okay, now again, you're branching off because you've said corporate ladder. You've got into thought processes around
It's
inequality,
out there.
misogynistic
Girls,
male,
it's okay.
glass ceilings.
Some guys even get it. They know that it's
See
misogynistic.
how the brain works for Dyan. Whoop. Okay,
But,
I'm going to do that again.
Yeah, do it again.
Just to make it fit. 3, which is what I got anyway. 1, 2, 3. I'm at 79. Now, are we making this that you have to get the exact number to roll to 100?
Well,
or...
what's the instructions? I'm assuming it is.
I don't think
Surely it is. Surely it would be, wouldn't it? You have to get 1 to get on 100?
The first player to reach the final square entirely by chance. No, it's just getting there. So it doesn't say that you have to land on it specifically. So,
I've won?
Well, only if you get the next one.
Yeah.
So, yes.
Well, what am I going to get? Minus? There's no minus.
Oh, who knows with you? We could.
There's no minus.
There could be a minus, but we'll finish off the game anyway. She actually got 1. Can you look at that? Seriously. 1. All right, move your piece, 1 piece. You won! Yay! Well done. Well, you do sometimes.
Am I smart?
You're smart. High
Am I
five.
smart now?
Well done, you.
Wrong
And that's
hand.
eyes. Both hands are right hands.
That didn't feel right on that hand.
No, it didn't.
Sorry.
That hand.
That feels
That's
good.
your high-fiving hand. Okay,
Okay.
so you were successful. You got there.
You're close.
Oh, no, it makes
You
no
did really
difference. I'm not
well.
worried about that. But thank you for saying that. That's encouraging to the person
You're
who lost.
welcome.
That's very, very nice of you. Thinking about someone else's feelings.
Mhm.
I lost. I'm guilty. I'm playing up. Thank you for the hug, because you don't hug.
I know,
See
but
this?
I know how it feels.
Okay, so because you're used to losing. Oh, what the
Fuzzy
tears
Wuzzy
are
was a bear. Fuzzy Wuzzy had no head.
Am I triggering you? I'm sorry. I need to shave. So,
No, it's
did you enjoy the
fine.
game though?
Hmm?
It was fun though?
It is. I do like snakes and ladders.
It's
as a
simple,
game.
it's an easy,
I
it's a
used
quick
to play
little
as a
game.
kid. We've played it before many times. Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, but I think it's a useful
But I
exercise.
used to get frustrated a lot,
And I
didn't
can understand
I?
it. And
Because
look,
I didn't understand.
had your
things.
piece landed on like 95 and suddenly gone all the way back to here and you go, oh my god, that's not fair, and I'm going to catch up. Or had you landed on this one and gone all the way back to 24.
That sense of justice.
That sense of justice, or
I
the
was
hard
like that
work
as a kid. I was like
in
that.
getting to those
Yes,
other levels.
I didn't understand it. So as a kid, my level of understanding wasn't there. So therefore, I'm like, it's just not fair, and I didn't understand it.
Would that lead to autistic meltdowns for you?
Yes, if I was around the wrong people who didn't take the time to explain it and take the time to make sure that your worth as a person is separate to the game.
The competitive
It's another
nature,
important
the
thing to
winning
teach
model.
children,
Yeah.
which I was taught by aunties and uncles that played games with me,
Okay.
because my mum never did.
Very good.
And so they were always, especially because I had a brother, and naturally as siblings you fight, right? It's normal. But they would give us great solutions to work together,
Exactly.
to respect each other, to have rules, to listen to the rules, to both make sure we're both doing the right thing. So
And
I appreciated that.
Having the right
Because
attitude.
I did used to get very frustrated.
Exactly. And I think it comes...
I'd walk away.
And I think that plays into having the right attitude, having the supports in place to help guide you through, whether it's winning or losing, whether it's through the challenges of successes or sometimes the failures that occur, whether it's in game or in life. And this is an analogy of life as well, because sometimes life is a bit like snakes and ladders. Sometimes there are steps up that you suddenly get to go up really quickly and succeed, and sometimes there's snakes that just come along and you go,
it just drags
where the hell did that damn
down.
thing come from? And it does drag you back down, and you've got to keep working through that. So sometimes games are a good analogy of life, but it also showcases autism and sometimes the challenges in coping with that. Not just, numerics of working on calculations, going in sequence, working on the directions, understanding the visual cues that have been placed there.
What I do too when I go along the numbers is I don't really pay attention to the first number. I focus on, so basically, that's, say it's 15, 16, 17. I go 5, 6, 7 in my head as I go to make sure I'm going the right direction.
And that's very good.
So my dyslexia is still there.
Still there.
But see the mental gymnastics I have to do to explain it to you. But that's my brain, though.
And I wonder how
we have to second think.
Now,
dyslexic.
if you look at that narrow window, I appreciate you explaining that for dyslexia, because you've highlighted that you focus on one aspect. In primary school,
no teaching for
such as grade 1, the teachers would have maybe highlighted the first number or the first letter of the word to help you focus on,
so that
especially in pairing if you're working on numbers with 2 digits. I wonder if the logic's around that too. If you come to the game board where you have things such as you're working on 18 and 19, but you then go, the next thing you roll, it's a 2, it's a less than. Does that confuse you in your brain initially and cause you to go that direction rather than go to the next layer?
Correct.
So I'm just trying to work through what things that might actually cause you roadblocks.
It doesn't go away.
And that's what we look out for. If we're aware of the condition and what Dyan might face and struggle with, if we're aware of that, we can help to guide her through whether it's a game or sometimes the challenges in life. I'm glad you enjoyed the game. We can bring this one out of the games cupboard and play that more often in future amongst many of our other cool games. And you've got lots of really nice games.
I've been collecting, haven't I? I've been making.
They are good fun.
But
and games are fun if you make them fun at the end of the day. They don't have to be playing for sheep stations, literally.
Well, guys,
you don't have to storm off in a huff.
Good snacks, good drinks,
banter,
friends,
have a laugh.
With your children.
Who cares?
Make it family time. We used to do that with our children. Yeah. It was family time to play a game, have cool snacks, some fizzy drink.
Yeah.
It's wonderful.
Now, for us on the channel,
educational too.
Our channel is here to help to educate and to advocate for conditions, whether it's autism in females particularly, because remember, all the data has always been on males for autism rather than females. Whether it's other conditions such as the ADHD, the OCD, whether it's the Tourette's and understanding, you come up during this and swearing, for example. And I always explain that casually because a lot of people who might be new to the channel might come across and go, that's horrible. Why is she swearing? It is. The stress, whether it's a game situation, whether it's the day before an appointment, whether it's 2 days before going to hospital, there are stresses that
51,
trigger you in your Tourette's to lose control. And when you lose control, verbally, that can sometimes occur you to stutter, to slur your words, mix things up. Sometimes it affects your mind for memory.
And Tourette's today.
And the Tourette's becomes more hyper-focused, and particularly with the Tourette's, 10% or 8 to 10% of people with Tourette's will have things such as coprolalia and copraxia. Coprolalia is inappropriate language or swearing. Copraxia is inappropriate signals and things like that.
We don't have the self-control. So normally I would have put the camera on today. Well, I have today, but I mean like in this moment, since I've had my shower and exhausted myself and made myself just tip over into a bit of Tourette's and a bit of I guess like no filter kind of situation today. And so normally I wouldn't pick up the camera at that moment, but exactly right, like that's what happens. Correct. And then you bring in a game subconsciously. I can see it in hindsight, but I couldn't see it then. My brain was stressing.
Absolutely.
Because guys, like if you
it's unfamiliar for a start.
Anyone who knows a child that's autistic and has learning disabilities, there's so many reactions we have to overcome.
Correct.
Like absconding and leaving the situation,
past trauma or past experiences
to get out of the situation because not because we're bad.
No.
Because we are so stressed because we know we're going to fail.
But I also in reflection
we spent years of failing.
At the beginning, and you cried for a little bit because I mentioned some of the past experiences that you've had as a special needs student and the isolation, separation from your class and your cohort or peers, but that also brings on other negative connotations of memories, being less than, not being a bright smart, being failed by the education system, struggling with all challenges in life, being punished, going into meltdowns because of being punished, and being
my
unfair.
first job was, and I'm not going to say it's a bad job because it's honest work, and like I've always stood behind that. I don't care who you are, you do an honest job, good on you.
Honest day work.
But basically I was a checkout chick, and they made out like that's my peak, and I decided different.
Good.
I said no, I don't think it is. And I luckily had a step auntie that was, you know, kind enough to give me her time and expertise on being an English high school teacher,
high level educator,
to sit with me every week for hours to learn English and mathematics.
Until you got it.
Until
Until
I got
you've
it.
learned
I
how to
was
learn.
year 7 level at the beginning, so she assessed me. Naturally, a teacher would do that to work out where to start, and she was shocked as much as I was.
That you can learn.
And she said, well,
if you're taught
let's
how
give
to
this
learn.
a go and see where we go. And I said, yes, let's do that, because at this point,
You're
all
motivated.
I was going to was TAFE. TAFE is year 10 level, and then you go up as you go through your TAFE course up to year 12 level. When you
you went on to university,
So-
and you went on to study psychology, and you went on to solve some of the hardest problems that your cohort of students could
But
not solve
also,
over years at that university. You
this is
solved
the
it.
thing.
Yeah.
You got to understand education and intelligence are
Bingo.
two separate things. So even if you are a tradesperson, you are intelligent because you mastered that art of doing that.
skill. Correct.
Same as a dancer, I mastered the art of doing that. That proved I had the ability to be able to do it, but it wasn't as easy as the other kids. I'm not going to lie. Everything was harder. Even in dancing, it was harder for me than it was for the other kids who didn't have my learning disabilities.
And I want to take that reflection
But
on that.
intelligence and education
I
is
said during
separate.
this that a game can sometimes be an analogy of life.
Yeah.
And sometimes these turmoils, sometimes the tribulations in life are not only just there, like I said, in the game, but in the game of life.
Yeah.
You take this and you put this into another scenario. You have bad experiences in a school situation. You don't want to always go back to school. You don't want to be maybe playing a game if it brings you back negative memories.
Well, we were
Same
lucky
bit
we
like in
had
a hospital, going towards a hospital which might have bad
Yes.
experiences, being bullied, being yelled at, being abused.
Well, but
Do you want to go back into that environment?
No.
So I can see the
No.
correlation between those as you can as well.
I
But you can see
I
Dyan
don't
struggle
tolerate
at that
bullying.
level.
I don't
She doesn't
tolerate
always able to articulate that. She might not actually even understand that that's what the cause of what's causing the drama for her to actually be. So it is with
Yes.
gentle assurance, and that's why I'm here as a interpreter of life, as her guardian to be
You're
able to
kind
support
of
her
a
through that.
compartmentalized person for me. You're my guardian,
Yeah,
but you are my partner and my best friend. So,
Yeah.
you know, this is just how we have to do it, guys.
yeah.
My
To get the best out of
parents
it
are
for
not
you. Hmm.
active in my life, which they should be playing that guardian role, and he should just be the partner. But unfortunately, in my life, my parents walked away from my disability from childhood, really.
and
they
that's where
gave
you
up
become
on me from
orphan
childhood,
because
and they
of
don't give a
disability.
shit about me as an adult. They're not the kind of parents that go, I'm a parent for life.
Yeah,
No.
sad to say that. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's game, and I
But
hope
this
you...
is $5 at...
$5 from Kmart.
Was it Kmart?
This was
Yeah,
Kmart.
I thove it was
I think it was
Kmart.
Kmart.
Check it out, guys.
Classic game,
These
simple as
games,
cheap,
and you know what I'm
$5.
worried about? That they're going to disappear.
That's what you
Because
said,
of,
and that's
like,
what we've got. Ours.
internet games and
Yep.
all that. So make sure you get this for your children now.
It can
because
be a lot of fun.
even when they're, I don't know, like, just a hint, because I know I've talked about parenting. When your kids become adults, but they live at home, which is what's going to happen. It's
More and
happened,
more so,
you know, more
with
and more
cost
so.
of living,
It's happened.
inability to get housing.
Like,
yeah.
seriously, like, I remember our son, they'd play casino games and have fizzy drink and
with their
lollies
friends,
and chips and
mates.
things, but they probably had something
Oh, I'm
else.
sure there's something in the fizzy
Now
drinks,
when I
yeah.
look at it in hindsight, I'm like, you little
The
buggers.
naivety, yes.
But anyway, they were there right in front of us, you know, mucking around when they'd see us. But of course, they're being typical teens. But they do play these games, right? They do play like random games. It's good for them. So have it in the cupboard and make sure you store up on them now, because I don't think they're going to be out there forever.
No, I don't think so either. But they are good fun. But it's also been a good learning curve,
good
and
education
hopefully
for
a
kids.
good communication tool for us to be able to not explore you, I guess, at the end of the day, to showcase some of
Yeah.
Dyan's difficulties, her challenges, and how she operates.
Yes, it's easy
That's
just to
why we do
talk
this as an
about it,
education
but-
and learning tool to help advocate for all these different conditions, as I
because
said.
if you talk about it, sometimes people go, yeah, but you know.
But you see it in real hand.
You-
Particularly the
you can
hyperintensive
talk about it,
episodic
therefore
memories.
you know if you know what's wrong with
Mm-hmm.
yourself, then you wouldn't have that problem. You'd be able to navigate through it. It's like, no, it's called being my natural self. Just because I can explain what's happening for me doesn't mean that I can change it.
Yeah.
Can't change it.
Exactly.
Autism, you don't outgrow.
No,
A lot of
you
your
turn
struggles
18
you
and
don't
it's still there.
outgrow. And so, I guess these types of things should point out to you. It's like, yeah, she's not full of shit, basically. I just saw it. Because it does. And I know we shouldn't have to, prove ourselves, but I just want to say one thing. I do know there's fakers out there that exist, but there's such a small percentage. But the high percentage are like me. They're struggling.
Yeah.
So please stop judging them. Please stop giving them grief and go, but you can talk. Your life is easy. No. You cannot judge their struggle based on how you think they present themselves. And people always present themselves not like I do. They do not put themselves out there like I do. I'm being extremely brave.
Very brave.
I show everything very raw. It is not controlled and edited.
No.
So at
you
the end
see
of
it
the
as it
day,
comes through, people.
you see what you see. So,
but you've seen in today's episode snippets of echolalia, of things like high intensity episodic memories.
echolalia. Oh, okay.
Yes, you were doing the echolalia, which was leading into things like songs. You were doing things like visual processing disorder, where you're seeing certain shapes and not realizing this association. You're seeing issues with numeracy coming in with things such as your learning disabilities, of having dyslexia and particularly dyscalculia in that sort of concept. And you also had seen the flood of anxiety that comes with autism, but also based on memories associated to certain actions in your experience and the transference that comes to that. So very interesting. Guys, thank you so much for being on our channel. Big thumbs up. It was fun. I'll do this again.
Guys, get snakes and ladders. I know it's
comments,
a simple
questions,
one,
ideas
but,
and suggestions, leave
camping,
them below. Absolutely great camping
great
game.
camping stuff.
Absolutely. Been there, done that a few times. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel, hit the notification bell, and we'll see you in another episode real soon.
Absolutely.
Bye for now. See you guys.
Bye.